Welcome, brothers and sisters. Today's video is all about the throat chakra. When your throat chakra is in balance, we speak and we listen and we express ourselves more openly and authentically and more truthfully. When out of balance, we're ignoring our inner voice and we feel afraid of expressing ourselves. And we have trouble listening to others. The communication isn't there. When the throat chakra is in balance, we listen better. We're able to communicate our thoughts and our feelings better. And we're more open and authentic with ourselves and others. We speak our truth. But when our throat chakra isn't in balance, well, then we ignore our inner voice and we feel afraid of expressing ourselves. And sometimes we're even lying to ourselves or others. An imbalance in the throat chakra can manifest into all kinds of health issues, including thyroid problems. Anything that has to do with this area here, that includes the throat chakra. When we activate our throat chakra, we drop the facade of the social constraints, the way we're supposed to behave and act, and when we stifle our inner thoughts and don't really express our true feelings to ourselves or others. When we are balanced in our throat chakra, we awaken to our true human self, our true human spirit, and our potential. Are you ready to speak what you truly believe and feel inside? Stick around. I'll show you how to balance your throat chakra. Maybe you're having just something simple as sore throats or having a hard time communicating with a loved one. All of that has to do with the throat chakra. Stick around. We're going to help balance the throat chakra in this video, as well as have a meditation at the end. All right. So the three main functions of the throat chakra, it's kind of like a junction. It connects your heart chakra and your sacral chakra to the third eye and the crown chakra. It's kind of like a chimney, I've heard it described as, where your feelings of your heart can then come into the throat chakra and are expressed through communication. And as you know, communication isn't just what we say and what we're speaking. It's also what we're saying to ourselves internally. And communication is nonverbal as well. Of course, we know we communicate in all different ways besides verbally. We communicate with body language as well as the way we listen. If we're truly present when we're listening, are we listening with our hearts? Or are we just hearing noise and basically not even taking in what others are saying to us? So the main function of the throat chakra is to be this junction between your lower chakras and the higher chakras. And so it connects your spirit to the world and the way you express yourself. And it also connects your spirit to the spirit of others. Or not. I mean, that's if you're just hearing blah, blah, blah when you're communicating with others, or if you're truly connecting with others when you communicate. And the third thing that the throat chakra is a junction or connects is your spirit to the divine, the force, if you will, God, Yahweh, the divine creator, whatever it is that you call it. It's the life force. And so your ability to communicate and connect with that is all located in this throat chakra center. Now, the throat chakra, it actually extends from your ears. It's like this whole area. So it extends from your ears to your tongue, to your chin, and all of the glands, which would be your thyroid, and very important to your metabolism and your control of your body temperature. So if you're hot, cold, or, one of those that's chilly all the time. You very, very possibly you have an imbalance in your throat chakra, and it extends down into the collarbone area. So you can have, tightness in your neck. Now, who doesn't have that? Tightness in your upper shoulders here and between, in the back here. This is all a sign of a blockage or constriction in your throat chakra. Okay, so the throat chakra is of course it all has to do with expressing yourself and your ability to communicate. And as I say, not just communicate with others, articulate yourself, but really to be able to articulate yourself to yourself, what it is that you want in life. Are you able to express it? Do you express it in the form of artwork, or the form of gardening or cooking, or any form of expression to let your feelings out and show how you feel? Let your feelings out. There has to be an out for this energy. Because if you keep it bottled inside, it expresses in different ways, including disease in this area. It gives you your voice, really, in this world. It's all about communicating your thoughts and your feelings, and being able to do that more accurately and precisely, and just being able to articulate. Some people have a really hard time just explaining the way they feel. And sometimes it takes a little practice. But stuffing your thoughts and feelings and just never saying anything is really only hurting you and causing problems, and can actually manifest into disease in the thyroid area or in the throat area. So symbolically, the throat chakra resonates with honesty. And, that can include maybe having to forgive or even confess, dishonesty on your own part. But the ability to forgive others as well, and being able to express that as well, is highly important. Again, stuffing those energies or suppressing them is actually being held in this area of the throat chakra, and is not good for you. You have to be able to release that. So the throat chakra is how we express from our spirit. It's where we sing. It's where we recite poetry. It's where we say loving things to others and to ourselves. Hey, you're all right. You did a wonderful job. Loving, kind, warm expressions. That's when you're connecting to your spirit. Therefore, when your throat chakra is in harmony, you can affirm life and speak and express yourself with others, and communicate love and vocalize appreciation and gratitude for life. And that rids you of selfishness and allows you to be more at peace. Your spirit can be more at peace when you're not riddled with anxiety of constantly being fixated on self and ego. Like I say, the location includes your cheeks and your jaw, and some people hold this suppressed energy in their jaw and actually grind their teeth at night. Some people will do that in their sleep, or get terrible neck pain and just knots in your muscles there. A lot of us have experienced that over time. Some people have it every single day. And so lots of stretching like this, back and forth, where you come down and around and you really stretch those muscles. And sometimes you can even get your neck to pop. But it's important to breathe nice and slow and really pull the air in when you breathe nice and deep and stimulate that vagus nerve. The vagus nerve now runs all along your sinuses here and goes down your throat here, clear down to all the major organs in your body. And so slow, deep breathing stimulates all this in the throat, and bringing in that fresh oxygen is extremely healing to the whole body. So slow, deep breathing is another way to help bring your throat chakra into balance. Here's another obvious one. Wear some blue. I've got lots of blue on today. I've got a pretty blue sweater on, and I've got painted my nails blue. And I even put on a blue, well, it has lots of blue in it. It's not only blue, but this is abalone shell, which is supposed to be extremely healing and has the vibration of Mother Earth in it. And so, yeah, surrounding yourself with the color of blue has the same vibrational properties that the throat chakra has. So when you've got blue on, you're actually also helping to balance the throat chakra. Eating blueberries. Blueberries are just really good for you anyway. They're highly antioxidant, have antioxidant properties. And so, yeah, blueberries. Let's see, what else? Turquoise, healing crystals. I made this, me and sea turtles. Well, if you don't, you should watch my other videos. I talk a lot about sea turtles because sea turtles are my spirit guide. And so I made this sea turtle necklace, and it's got real turquoise in it. And so we know that ancient peoples really believed in turquoise. They know that it has a lot of protective powers, and so I put this in my sea turtle, and I wear it a lot for protection. And it also vibrates with the color blue, of course, so that helps to balance the throat chakra as well. And I've got some blue earrings on, but you get the idea. If you surround yourself with the color blue, it really does resonate at a frequency that is similar to the frequency in the throat chakra area and helps to vibrate it more coherently. And so when you vibrate more coherently, just like a tuning fork, it brings it into balance. And I happen to have a throat chakra tuning fork that I use, and you will hear the ambient sound of it in the background when we do our meditation a little bit later in the video. And that's me playing it, and it's actually the same frequency as the throat chakra. So when we go into meditation, you will hear that in the background where I've recorded it. Another way is to put some lavender in your diffuser. You can put a little lavender on your wrist or your clothing, and you can even, wear it in a little pendant. So lavender is a way to add aromatherapy that is also associated with the throat chakra. Also, chamomile and rosemary are good for your throat chakra. In ancient Sanskrit, Vishuddha is the word for the throat chakra, and literally it means purifying the body from harmful substances. And so it's what you ingest, what you take in. You don't want to eat poison, right? Harmful substances. But it's also speaking of it not just in literal terms, but purifying and keeping yourself from harmful things that you say, that you release out into the world, right? What comes, how you express yourself. Are you expressing yourself with kindness and love? Are you expressing yourself with gossip and, backstabbing? So that too is considered a type of poison, a type of harmful substance, if you will. So that's why in ancient Sanskrit, they named it Vishuddha, purifying of the body from harmful substances. And so if you keep your throat chakra in balance and make sure that what you bring into it and let out of it is, from your higher spirit, from your higher self, then it'll be for your higher good. And so when your throat chakra is in balance, you speak and you listen and you express yourself way more authentically and truthfully. And this will bring others closer to you. It improves your relationships. And it brings a sense of calm and peacefulness. Who doesn't want that, right? Being truthful sets in forth a type of karmic reaction. It manifests more of the same. It actually will improve your life in so many ways when you just make a conscious effort to always listen to your higher self and make sure that when you express yourself, it's with honesty and integrity. Listen with your heart. Express with your heart. Good communication skills, and you'll be able to articulate and express yourself better when you have a balanced throat chakra. You'll feel a whole lot calmer, and you'll know when to stop talking, and you'll know when to just listen, and you'll have the ability to listen with your heart and not just hear background noise when people are speaking. Your empathetic ear, your ability to empathize with others is there as you are observing and really, really listening with your heart. But you also have the ability, because your throat chakra is balanced, you will have the ability to not internalize other people's vibrations that are not for your higher good. So you'll have the ability to listen with your heart, but also have the ability to not internalize that which doesn't serve you or serve a higher good for you, right? It's not good for you. So if somebody is just blasting away at you with complaints and problems, you can listen with your heart. But when your throat chakra is balanced, you don't need to take that on and internalize it and then throw your whole body off and system off and you start to close up your throat chakra again and undo just all the work you just did, right? By trying to balance it. So you'll have that ability to almost be able to filter for your own health. So you listen intently with your heart, but have the ability to not accept what into yourself or internalize, which just makes you wiser, And then the synchronicities can begin to flow, and you can begin to manifest all the wonderful things into your life that you want, like abundance and health and really good and honest relationships. And then also have the feeling of calm and peace. Okay, so an imbalance in your throat chakra, the signs are really pretty clear. This can happen when somebody is not able to express themselves. Maybe you were suppressed as a child. That kind of happened to me. As children, we were shushed. My father would say, shh, and we weren't allowed to speak when he was in the room. We had to be quiet. And so maybe you grew up with that like I did, or, and just had to learn later on how to express yourself. Or maybe you kind of shushed yourself due to trauma. That happens to a lot of you, I know. And so however it happened to you, it may or may not have been a childhood trauma, but closing your throat chakra can really lead to some really bad health issues down the road. It can leave you feeling really insecure about your self-confidence and, again, having difficulty expressing yourself, or maybe you just speak all the time without thinking, the opposite. Maybe you're just so insecure that you're kind of a blabbermouth without much meaning behind it. So, and if your throat chakra is too open and just you're not even it's not balanced, in other words, it's the exact opposite, not blocked but way too open wide, then the opposite is true. You're just blathering, maybe with arrogance, and have a real gossipy type nature. This is a real sign of an overactive throat chakra. Self-righteousness, that's another one, or inability to listen to others. You know, you're just right away on to the next thing because all you can think about is the conversation that's in your own head. You're not really listening to anyone else. Lots of dishonesty going on. You know, maybe you're not out and out a liar, but internally you tell yourself a whole bunch of little white lies all the time. That's another real, you know, warning sign that your throat chakra is having an imbalance, or is, you know, way open, way too wide, or closed down. Okay, so some of the physical things that happen after time of having this imbalance going on in your throat chakra over time, this can really lead to some really bad health issues, throat diseases, you know, from the very, very mild, like just a chronic sore throat all the time, where you think, it's just a sore throat, but yet here I have another cold and it seems to always start with a sore throat, that kind of thing, to the other extreme, where you've got, you know, thyroid disease. It's been hanging out there and you've been stuffing those emotions for so long that it's actually manifested into thyroid disease. This, you know, because your throat chakra is connected to your sacral and your heart chakras, you know, this can include your breathing and your heart rate if this is getting all blocked in here. And that causes emotional stress, of course, and anxiety. And so your thyroid, you know, that has those hormones that give you the ability to regulate your body and your metabolism and your body temperature and your heart rate. My goodness, your thyroid is responsible for tons of extremely important things. And when your thyroid is off, wow, that throws your whole symphony off. Your whole body's instrument becomes out of balance, out of tune, and it needs to be retuned, just like an instrument. That's another reason why I've been learning about tuning the human biofield with tuning forks. And you can do this with humming. Singing is a wonderful way to balance your throat chakra. Sing in the shower, sing while you're gardening, hum while you're doing the dishes. You know, use your creativity with your singing. You know, make up little songs as you go along. Make them funny. Make yourself giggle. Make yourself laugh. You know, when you giggle and laugh and you smile, that is interacting, I should say, with all of these muscles here. When you smile and you giggle and you laugh, you're stimulating that vagus nerve in there, which again feeds and nourishes and is talking to and communicating with all of your major organs. So humming and singing, that's why the ancient, you know, peoples of India, the Vedic ways, we use the mantra Ham, H-A-M. It looks like ham, but it's pronounced Ham. So you can use that in a mantra when you're meditating. Hum, hum. And the actual tones and vibration of hum, again, stimulates that vagus nerve and is extremely nourishing to the body and helps balance the throat chakra. So you can end up, you know, with laryngitis, tonsillitis, hypothyroidism, which on the extreme would be, you know, that's overactive thyroid. That's where you can end up with Graves' disease, or hypothyroidism, which is the opposite. That's extremely underactive thyroid, which we call Hashimoto's disease. very terrible, terrible things to deal with. All has to do with your immune system, which we've known for years has to do with the nervous system and anxiety and depression. Western medicine has known this for years, but they don't know what to do about it. You can't write a prescription for that. Oh, excuse me. Yes, you can, right? But treating a vibrational issue with a chemical, such as a prescription, is not the answer, and it's never been the answer. We just thought it was with the advent of the miraculous science that we've had in the 20th century. But come to find out, the ancients actually knew when it came to this part of healing the human body, they knew more. And we are only now having to catch up with this ancient knowledge and to relearn it again. And that's what I've been doing. I've been studying awfully hard and trying to compile all of this knowledge together for you guys. So, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because that's what I'm all about, is gathering this knowledge so that I can show you how I healed myself from autoimmune disease. I'm a whole lot better than I was. I was extremely ill just a few short years ago. You may have heard my story. I couldn't walk. I couldn't even hold a pen to write my name. I was barely moving around and I was in a ton of pain. But I learned how to do things like meditate, number one. And that's where you go inside and learn how to quiet your mind, because that's where all the answers are. And when you quiet your mind, what you're really doing is you're quieting your nervous system and helping it to balance all of your other systems. Okay, so nervousness at the extreme, when you've got your thyroid gland out of whack, you can experience hair loss. I know women often will have, especially, younger women who are still menstruating can have terrible issues. Maybe even their menstruation will completely stop, throwing your hormones completely out of whack. Another thing that can happen when your hormones are completely out of whack is trembling. Do your hands shake like this? That's another sign, or just being chilly or having the shakes. All of this is a good indicator that your chakra systems are out of balance, especially the throat area, and not being able to express yourself in the myriad of ways that we discussed, right? All right, so this is how I recommend that you begin to balance your throat chakra. In addition to purposely wearing blue, surrounding yourself with blue, maybe having some blue artwork in the room next to you, or where you normally hang out at your office, for example, or in your bedroom. That's a good one. But number one always is to learn to meditate. Now, it's not rocket science, and it's nothing to be afraid of. You're born with the ability. It's actually just like breathing, because it really does involve breathing. It's where you slow your mind down and just go within and really just become the observer. Just listen. Don't try to analyze anything. Try not to let the chatter go on in your head. Instead, really, honestly, just listen. For example, I can hear my great-grandfather's clock in the background. Do you hear that? I can also hear my computer running. If I listen real close, I can hear Tinker, my little chihuahua. She's over there and she's snoring. It's a real light snore. But I've trained my ability to hear beyond that which I was, used to be able to. I am clairaudient. Clairaudient means that I can hear and sense things with my hearing. out of normal range. And that is a lifelong practice. And you can do the same thing. And listening is a huge part of communication. So training yourself to be an excellent listener is huge in balancing your throat chakra. Oh yeah, don't forget to drink plenty of water. You gotta keep yourself hydrated, and drinking lots of water or green tea is really good for your body anyway. So, but yeah, keeping your throat lubricated, gotta drink water. And like I say, the other thing, do a lot of neck stretches and really roll your shoulders and pair it with slow, deep breaths. Do you hear that? I've got some major popping. I was diagnosed with, I never say I have because that tells my subconscious that I have something, and my subconscious believes everything that I say. Yours does too, by the way. So never say you have something. Don't own it when it comes to disease. You might be diagnosed with something, but you don't have to believe the prognosis, okay? So I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and so my shoulders used to be terrible. I used to not even be able to do that or lift anything above my head, and now they're great. But I still have a clicking. Doesn't hurt anymore. It used to hurt terribly. But now it's just funny noise, and now I can giggle at it, right? Laughing, giggling, balancing the throat chakra. Clickety-clack goes on my shoulders. It's funny. It makes me laugh. You laugh at yourself, right? That is so important. So important. Because laughter and smiling, these are all vibrations of the divine. These are the higher vibrations, the actual healing vibrations that your body needs, that your cells need. It actually nourishes your cells when you are a happy being. Okay, so you can work with hum mantras, you can stretch your neck and wear blue. The other thing is to practice of knowing when it's time to stop talking and to be a really good listener. And that means really listen with your heart and really know that you don't have to take on anything that's not going to serve your higher good or someone else's lower vibration, in other words, right? And also channel any sadness you may have going on into creativity. Don't bottle up your sadness. Express it. Express it to loved ones. Talk about it. If you can't talk about it with a trusted loved one, express it in however you can. And that means creativity, right? Paint, draw, garden, cook, whatever you want to do really doesn't matter. But get those creative juices flowing. Again, the marriage between the sacral chakra, the creativity center, with your expression center, the throat chakra, right? Get those working together, and boy, the whole system becomes more into balance. Having good communication skills not only means with yourself and others, but don't forget about your spirit guides. You know, they're all around us, and you may not quite believe it yet, but if you just allow yourself to give it a try, you might find that during meditation, answers will just come to you. If you open the communication to your spirit guides as if they're there all around you speaking to you, you actually will start to hear them. This happened for me, and boy, I'm so glad it did, because I have so many wonderful things manifesting in my life now, and I know that it will for you too. You have to open your heart, which then opens your throat chakra so that you can express and start talking to your spirit guides. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you. They're there for you. That's what they're for. You were born into this world, and they've been with you the whole time, whether you know it or not. So you might as well start talking with them and expressing your feelings with them, because they will help you. Here's another another very, very important lesson that, boy, I know I personally work on still. And that's, you recognize your own faults in others, right? So when you're trying to work on balancing your own throat chakra center, don't try to balance other people's chakra, their throat chakra. You might notice that they need balancing, but no matter how much you try, you're not going to be able to do it, and you're only going to cause problems in your relationship. So let go of the entire notion of trying to fix somebody else's throat chakra and making them or forcing them to communicate with you. If they are not willing to open up and communicate with you, it's important to let that go for your own higher good. And so that's really important, to learn to stop trying to unblock other people's throat chakra. Right, Ducky? Ducky agrees. She's my green cheek conure. If you haven't met her yet, you will. Yeah, Duck says hello. Hi, Ducky. All right. And so make sure you find the time to find gratitude. And another way you can express yourself is to write things down. Journal your gratitude. That's an excellent way to express yourself and get that throat chakra flowing. Let it flow with gratitude. Write it down. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful for this life. I'm thankful that my health has improved so much. I'm thankful for Ducky. I have wonderful pets. And I'm thankful for my husband, Michael. What are you thankful for? Write it down. You don't have to show it to anybody. You don't even have to keep it if you don't want. But it lets the energy out. That's the point. You're not bottling it up and holding it inside. I know Ducky agrees. I hear her agreeing. You need to train your ego like you would train a dog. Let it serve you when you need it. But then you need to make it listen and behave, and don't let it rule you. Let your higher self be in charge. If your ego is raising its, naughty head and wants to gossip or wants to say bad things or express itself that is not for your higher good, you need to tell it to be quiet, just like a little dog. Go sit down and hush now, and only listen to your higher self. So you have to know when to tell your ego to be quiet. And then listen to your whole body and your senses, and you will start to feel your vibration rise, and you live in your truth. And so with that, let's go ahead and do a throat chakra meditation together. You go ahead and make yourself comfortable. You might want to go ahead and sit up straight, which I encourage, and hold your hands like this in the Gashao position. You hold it right here at your heart chakra, and go ahead and close your eyes and take some slow, deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And while you continue your slow, deep breathing, I'm going to go ahead and, as always, clear the room by lighting some sage. And this is white sage, which helps to purify the energies in our environment. And we're just going to let that wonderful sage aroma just waft over you and your energies. Says some very healing and protective properties in the white sage. Yeah. Slow, deep breaths. Imagine the aroma and how it smells. It smells so good. You know the smell of sage? You might recognize it. It's one of those spices we use on turkey at Thanksgiving. It does have a wonderful aromatic, pleasant odor, but it really does cleanse the environment. It helps to prepare our surroundings and clear any negative energy that may be clinging on to us from the day, maybe clinging to us from the week or the month or even maybe from the year. I hope not. Okay, cleansing and clearing. Nice. Nice. And I'm going to go ahead and draw the power symbol while I've got this burning. And it goes like this. Chokure. 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 And that is a Reiki symbol that opens the communication and the positive vibrations so that the healing can begin. Remember, these vibrations can transverse space and time. So no matter the distance between you and I, no matter where you are when you're watching this, the vibration is still available to you because that's how it works. It is a universal law. Here's another wonderful vibration that ancient Tibetans specifically knew has a healing vibration. It's a Tibetan singing bowl. This is the frequency of gratitude. Think of all the wonderful things there is to be grateful for. The fact that you're here means that your higher self wants to be healed, wants to be joyous and kind and happy and healthy. Oh boy, that feels so good. And let those vibrations really tune your body. I just love that sound. It's so lovely. Okay, so we already know that I had turquoise on, but as a healing crystal, you know, this is a stone of the ancients, and it's because it represents wisdom and inspiration and love and tranquility and protection. And it's associated with enduring love. And another healing stone that I have is this really nice raw piece of Amazonite. Amazonite is a stone of peace and tranquility and harmony. And guess what? Communication. That's right. It smooths and calms the nerves, and its energies can actually be felt to the touch. You can actually hold it on your throat chakra. I'm going to hold it on your throat, or just near it. And I'm going to draw in the Reiki symbol for distance healing. And that's called the sonar. It goes like this. Sonar, sonar, sonar. Just push that in. Distance healing properties to you. And now I'm going to step it up a notch. I've got another Amazonite crystal healing stone. This one's polished and it's carved to a point which amplifies and directs its healing energies more precisely. Right into your entire throat chakra system, which, as I say, is connected to the heart chakra and the sacral chakra of creativity, heart chakra of your feelings and love and kindness, and your throat chakra of expressing all of that, clearing and balancing your precious throat chakra. Amazonite is the stone of truth and harmony. It gently smooths your nerves and energizes your whole body. And like I say, you can even feel it to the touch. In your throat chakra. Balancing the whole aura around your entire throat chakra. This beautiful Amazonite. The blue rays and color of blue, the actual vibrations, are full of rejuvenating frequencies. It helps calm your heart so you can express yourself in a more loving and kind way. You know, when you place Amazonite in your environment, it helps to calm the energies around you. And you can wear it too as a piece of jewelry. Fills the air with positive energies. this is a raw piece of selenite. Now, at first glance, it looks like a normal stone, but there's a surprise. You turn it over, and it's a beautiful crystal selenite inside. Celestite, excuse me, I said it wrong. Celestite. The crystal's name derives from Latin word which means celestial or heavenly. You can see it does look celestial, doesn't it? And it's just loaded with healing powers and throat chakra balancing frequencies. It's pale blue sky color reminds us of angelic realms, and it helps us to communicate with those higher realms and your spirit guides and your guardian angels. That allows the free flow of communication between these higher realms. And they're there to help you. All you have to do is quiet your mind and listen. Bring mental calm and clarity. Mental calm and clarity. Bringing you intuition and helping that expression continue to flow on up to the third eye. Further expanding your intuition. There's a lot of blue frequency in this beautiful abalone shell ring that I have on. And the blue frequencies from that. Lots of healing powers as well. Celestite is the perfect stone for people who have speaking jobs, or if you're a singer, or you have to speak in a lot of in front of a lot of people, maybe at your job. Celestite will help you with that. It improves communication and helps you to balance your throat chakra. It really can help with stage fright. Again, helping you to express yourself freely and calmly. Maybe you suffer from agoraphobia, the fear of being in crowds or in public. This certainly can help with that too. All has to do with expressing yourself, my friend, in your deepest truth and honesty. Celestite can help you flow through past traumas. Help you get them out and finally express them. Again, journaling will help. It will help you to maintain peace. And help you find your divine inner peace and intuition. And it is especially helpful in Reiki healing like we're doing now. And let's just really listen to our surroundings. And without judgment, without analyzing, just listen with your heart. Let's say some affirmations together. Deep breath. I speak my truth freely and openly. Being honest will free me from my current situation. I alone am accountable for expressing myself clearly. I'm safe and I trust others to allow myself to express myself truthfully and honestly. I know when it's time to listen. I listen with my heart. I live in my truth. I communicate my truth. I am my truth. I speak my truth clearly and articulately. I express my creativity. I allow my creativity to flow. I add value to my conversations. I embrace silence, and I know when to keep quiet. It's safe for me to speak my truth, and I embrace my ability to remain calm no matter the situation. My voice is important, and I allow the world to hear it. I value the words of others. I give others my undivided attention, and I listen with my heart. I choose to be silly and laugh at myself, but never at the expense of others. I laugh at funny situations and try to maintain lightheartedness. I am an active and caring listener. When I share my words, I share my light. I radiate calm, peace, and tranquility. Thank you for joining me. And with that, you may wish to open your eyes, or you may wish to continue your meditation. I'll let the music play a little longer, so you may do so. Opening your throat chakra is extremely good for you. And when we balance our throat chakra, we're actually helping to balance the other chakras as well, because after all, they do work together. All of them do. Knowing when to embrace silence and knowing when to express yourself with honesty and clarity, well, that's always groovy.